Is it starting now? Hey, there we go. Hello, is the stream working now? There we go. Almost time. Just gotta do a couple more things. Hello to the 2 viewers. Congrats on being first. I guess I should just make a tweet. Just a little tweet. Oh, we've got 5 viewers that now. Look at that. Hello, Northern Cross. I'm just making a tweet and then I'm gonna reveal the pre-painting I did. Oh look, it's 8 o'clock. At least for me in real time. I don't know how much of a delay there is. That means I officially have to start. Let me just check and make sure this tweet went through. Okay. Time to reveal. Let me know how the audio and music and all that sounds, and if there's any technical issues, let me know and I'll try and fix them as soon as I can. Hello, Nathaniel. Welcome back. Thanks for coming. You just finished your 00 Gundam, but you still have to build the Zero Razor. Cool. I've only built a couple Gundam 00 kits. I think only one, but I liked it. I like the GNXs the best. Probably because that's what I started with. Hello, Jap Perez. And yeah, Northern Cross, hello again. Blue Parappa, hello, thank you for coming. Okay, and as you can see, like I said last time, that I was gonna do some pre-painting or painting off camera, just to kind of get the feel of what edge highlights I was gonna do. So probably this leg is the most developed piece. What do y'all think of this so far? It's got some nice messy glazing and edge highlighting, just like I do in the classic model Mayhem way, you know. And we haven't really done any. The purple here is only edge highlighted. Same with the black. The black, I'm doing something really janky. I'm like, what if I just used green as an edge highlight on black? How weird would that look? And I can't decide if I like it yet. The leg doesn't go next to any of the like golden brown pieces, so this arm isn't as done as the leg, but as you can see, I've started to like glaze in some highlights on the gold pieces, and the turquoise is like close to being done on the arm. I haven't done any of the purple arm blade here, and yeah. Yeah, then the green edge highlighting on the claws. I'm like, what do y'all think of the weird janky green edge highlight? I think it's like, I mean, I'm mostly doing this kit for practice and experimentation, like I tend to do often. So I'm like, well, we might as well use this old janky green paint. Hello, Sage Olsen. Thanks for coming. Anyways, what's everyone else up to tonight? And here's the tail is like pretty much done. I just glazed on a bunch of, let me show you the paints. We started with a base of snakebite leather, and then we used this layer Baylor brown, and then mixed in some golden yellow for the highlight, and then of course we used glaze medium with all of that. Except for the like first two layers, maybe you could say. And yeah, so there's still a lot of pieces that need to be edge highlighting, because you know I'm calling this the edge highlighting stream, so I gotta save it for that. And yeah, so we'll just put the pieces that are done for now to the side in my special dust-proof spot. This one, yeah, we'll wait till everything else is edge highlighted before we get back to the pieces that I started glazing. Yeah, so this arm and then this torso are both partially edge highlighted. So I'd say during this stream tonight, it would be nice to at least get those two pieces fully edge highlighted. If I can also get this leg fully edge highlighted, that would be good too. I don't know, do you think I can do it? I don't think I've done much edge highlighting on stream yet. This will give me a good gauge on how long that takes. Oh, and I do have a can I'll crack on camera too, not sponsored. I don't know how that turned up on the mic, but you know, it's Millennial Model Mayhem stream, so I feel like I should have at least one burp, you know? Are there any burp haters here? Okay. So I guess we'll do, I don't know, is there a color that the chat wants me to paint first. I'm probably gonna start with the turquoise. I think, yeah, you can see I kind of started blocking in some of the highlighting on the gold pieces there, which got pre-edge highlighted during my off-camera painting. So, yeah, I still personally have mixed feelings on edge highlighting the black pieces on what I've done so far, but I kind of want to just commit to it and see what it looks like when everything's done. But to keep things simple, I guess I'll just start with turquoise. And for that, we do a mix. It's like mostly half and half of the scaly green from before, but mix in some arcane blue. And I'm trying some new brushes for me from Gadzooks Gaming. It was just a random brand I saw at the hobby store. I don't know anything about them. The brushes are this project's like the test drive on them. They're pretty decent to use so far. I think I have to err on the side of caution of using the arcane blue here. Is anyone else doing any hobby-related activities tonight? Everyone's just lurking, that's cool too. And tell me if you have any feedback on the new music. This is the second stream with it. I changed up the order just a little bit. Okay, see, now I need more arcane blue. I was too conservative. And disregard my shitty technique. Or crappy technique, whoops. It's okay, I didn't monetize this stream anyways. By technique, I mean I was getting too much paint close to the tip of the brush there, where you're not supposed to get it. Built a spray booth. Congratulations on the new spray booth, William Blair. Did you make it all DIY homemade style from like the hardware store? Or did you buy one like me off Amazon? I wanted to buy one of those years ago, but they're too expensive, but they're a bit cheaper now, which is nice. Oh, I have a better brush to use for mixing right in front of me. I should use that instead. And make sure I'm thinning it along the way. Yeah, this will definitely be a better edge highlight to at least start with. I'm playing it real loosey-goosey on the ratios on this one. That's how I usually do it. This project, like I said before, it's just like another classic experimental practice project. Soup cans and rubber bands, damn. That sounds pretty MacGyver. I don't know how you did that. Okay, we are about to start the edge highlighting now. I hope y'all are excited because there's a lot of edge highlighting to do. I don't know if I'll finish it all this stream, we'll see. I did a lot of painting today already. I streamed for like 2.5 hours last time I think, so I at least gotta match that. And this is only the first round of edge highlighting, so as you can see, I'm doing a very messy job. There isn't enough paint on the brush right now is my problem. And yes, usually, if this was a more serious project, I would be using gloves and, yeah. I would be using different paints too if this was a project I was doing a dedicated video for. Well, thanks for the subscribe anyways, Sage. Don't worry about it. I don't know, Jep Perez, this was like this was a spontaneous decision to paint this, and if I do a good job, I'm sure Blue Parappa will let me do paint another one of her LBX kits. Or maybe if I see a deal for one in a store I like, I'll buy one. I'm having fun painting this one, so. But, you know, I have my next, like, chunk of videos planned out, and the LBX is just, like, happening right now. So, you know. But if I get enough good feedback on this LBX kit, I'll be open to making more LBX content down the line. I think they're pretty cool. The legs on this Fenrir kit are really flimsy, which is why I kind of painted it in this style, because I'm like, this is the kind of style where you paint it and barely move it ever. That's a good candidate for model Mayhem style, because you kind of treat them like miniatures. Whoop. Yeah, there are better ways to grip this too. Whoop. But I'm just going at it inefficiently as usual. You know how I like it. That's a nice messy edge highlight. This is the largest brush that came in the set I bought recently. So when I move on, or when I'm doing the later edge highlights, I'll be using a different one. If I was really good at tracking my time, I would only paint this on stream, so then I would just have a perfect record of how long it took. But I'm usually just like a rough estimate on how long things take, unless it's like a commission. I haven't done any of those recently, but you know, I'm open to them if anyone wants to talk about it. This shoulder is very straightforward for edge highlighting so far. Might as well do this sticky out part as well. I'll probably finish edge highlighting the actual head after this shoulder. This is an interesting edge here. We got like a second edge to paint here. I like it. The more edges, the less, I don't know, the more fun. I'm just thinking on the fly here. Does anyone watching here have their own LBX? Yeah, that section will need a bit of tidying up later, it's fine. That's how it always is. With the edge highlighting for me anyways. Or painting in general. Hopefully I'm gonna have to mix more paint soon. So far the prices of these brushes, which were a little cheap, I'd consider them reflects their quality. They're not as good as my Winsor & Newtons, but the prices reflect that, so you can't really complain. I'd still say the set was a good bargain if you're looking for cheap brushes. I don't think I'll use all the ones that came in the set on this project. Some of them are really tiny. Probably won't need them. The details on this LBX are pretty large, which makes painting it really nice. Compared to painting something. Oh, burp one of the night. Compared to painting something like a 28mm miniature's eyes. This thing's eyes are huge. Yeah, we might as well paint this part too. Or should we? I don't know. It's a good question. Oh, why thank you, Mirai. Glad you could make it as well. Thank you for coming. I try to make my ASMR very soothing and relaxing. I don't know if there's a relaxing song playing right now, but that would be thematic, wouldn't it? Let's make some more paint. I think it's about time we do that. It's nice to have a project where I don't feel as inclined to worry about just like high quality, smooth finish when it's an experiment. Slash doing it for fun. I think it just needs a little bit more scaly green to match. Like I said earlier, I'm playing it loosey-goosey with the ratios here. It's more exciting that way. Alright, let's see if I can finish the entire face just with this brush load. Wish me luck. I don't know if I should highlight this part because of the glow I'll be doing, but I already committed to it, so I'm gonna I might as well do it on the other side. It's like a fun coloring book. I don't know, what does the chat think of the edge highlighting stream so far? Is this soothing to watch? Or does it look tedious? Does it look tedious? I should really be wearing a glove, just do as I say, not as I do. I don't want a sweaty hand tonight, I guess. And like, this is the first highlighting at all for the armor, so messing up and not doing a perfect edge highlight is totally fine. Oh, we couldn't quite finish the entire face with that one brush load, but we came close. I think the head is probably the best part of this model. That's what drew me in the most, was I just thought the head sculpt was really cool. Do you agree? Am I gonna paint the Harlequin like a Necron? I don't know what Harlequin you're talking about. Are you calling this thing a Harlequin? Does this thing have a second edge to highlight? I can't quite tell. I think I'll probably just blend this first one. Oh, that's burp 2 of the stream. I don't know what my record is. On Gunpla Talk Show, I did 3 burps. I think on a previous stream, I don't think I topped 3 burps. Oh yeah, I gotta highlight the top bit too. Oh, the clown-looking LBX with the scythe. I think that one's just called Joker. That one, I think Blue Parappa likes that one. Like, that's one of her favorites, so she wants to reserve all customization for herself with that one specifically. Does this need an edge? No, this is gonna be glowing from the purple, so I don't think I'm gonna edge highlight that part. Glad you agree, Mariah. That's very, very encouraging. Thank you. Well, I guess I'll do the other shoulder. That seems like the next logical place to paint, and then we can connect the shoulders by painting the back and torso and all that. The black edge highlighting is pretty jank, but I think I'm gonna keep yeah, I don't know, it's gonna look weird. Whatever. It makes more yeah, it makes more sense to just edge highlight the black in the same way as we do the black on the other Model Mayhem kits, but I guess I could use some... It might be better if I use some like blue grays instead. That probably would make more sense, but there's a lot more work we can do on other pieces. Like maybe I'll just postpone painting any more of the black until I'm done all the turquoise and gold. That would probably make it a bit easier to decide what to do exactly. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Glad I could just talk myself through that process live. Sorry, little giant crafts, that's just how time zones be, but thanks for coming to say hi anyways. Glad you like the color scheme. I just happen to have a nice old teal that I haven't painted with in a while, so I thought this LBX kit would be a good use of it. The first stream I did of this, I was wearing a shirt that happened to feature almost the exact same color palette that I'm giving this model, and it was kind of an accident. Kind of on purpose. I don't know. Who was here for the shirt stream? I should have made a hashtag for that or something. Hashtag shirt stream. Jason, why you gotta make such a raunchy joke like that? That's a wholesome LBX painting stream. I mean, I did say the S word earlier, so I guess I'm a bit of a hypocrite, but my stream, my rules, I guess. Your hobby, your way, as Bo would say. I don't know if he can come tonight. Maybe he'll drop by, you never know. Okay, no, this shoulder isn't done yet. I missed a whole section. Slow down there. Can't do the back yet. Or middle part of the chest. It's okay, Jason. We should at least strive for PG at most times. We all make mistakes, though. Just look at my edge highlighting. There's mistakes everywhere. Oh, whoops. Look at that mistake. We'll be able to fix that. Maybe right now with a bit of a wet brush we can... Ah, yeah, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Oh, well, thanks for binge watching my videos. Appreciate all that watch time. Glad you like them enough to binge them. I'm satisfied with the backlog of videos I have, but I'm always looking to add more. But there's a reason I created the content zone playlist. I'm like, well, if people want to binge it, there's a convenient playlist for them. Did you use that playlist? Or has anyone watching used that playlist? Oh, those inside edges are tricky. I think now I can move on to the back. This edge is very easy to highlight. All you have to do is just rub the side of the brush against it. For the most part, depends on how thick you want it to be. I guess I paint my edges a bit thicker than that, but that's a good place to start anyways. I like my edges a bit thicker, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mirai, that's understandable. Not everyone's YouTube browsing habits are different. Some people check the playlist section, some don't. Many different, or you have many options on how you want to enjoy your content here at Millennial Model Mayhem. What was the first video you watched, Jason? Are you referring to my first video or the first one you watched? That's a thick edge, you know? I think the paint needs to be a bit thinner, that's my problem. You know, I could switch to a different brush at this point too, maybe I should do that. Let's do that, shall we? Just one size down should do it. I just realized I said that my face pointing away from the mic, but it's fine. Yeah, these brushes seem to hold on to paint harder than my other ones. It's kind of hard to describe. Remember, use the mixing brush this time and not the nice one. Ah, yeah, YouTube's good for that, Jason. I've gone down many rabbit holes myself. Ooh, there's burp number 3. I felt like that was the loudest one. Maybe burp number 3 will be the last and I won't be able to break my record yet. You never know. I still have some burp juice left, so. If that burp assaulted anyone's ears, I'm sorry. Ooh, is that too much scaly green? Maybe. We're about to find out. See, this is just a mixing brush that's like a cheap one from the dollar store, so if I ruin it by getting paint where I shouldn't, it doesn't matter as much. Rockin' since 83. Like, I'm not sure which one you mean there. Hello, pair of these. What's up? If it was the Barbatos, I hope the first one you saw was the red Barbatos video, because that's my best Barbatos video. The best Batos video, you could say. Barbatos to best Batos, am I right? Or just Barbatos best boy. That's acceptable as well. Okay, smaller brush. Let's try and let's just bring out this middle seam line here and pretend it's a panel line, I guess. Or maybe it is a panel line, I can't remember. I didn't build this kit, Blue Parappa did. Almost, okay, I messed up a little bit in the middle, but it's cool. We'll be tidying this up later, like always. Building the real grade red ashtray right now. Nice, that's a cool kit. I wonder if that has the same body as the Amatsumina that I built way back when. Whew. Sorry, I couldn't talk much there. I was concentrating and in the zone. Those lines look neater than what I was getting with the big brush. Probably a good thing I switched. Do I edge? I think I do the edge here. I might as well. We might as well get as edgy as possible. Am I right, people? Can we leave a panel line shade in there? Looks like I managed to do it. I like that. That means I gotta do it on every edge now. Oops. Like I said, we're experimenting this time. I might as well. Your favorite Gundam is the Red Comet. That's a classic. Can't go wrong with that one. The Red Comet's cooler than the RX-78 in my books. My favorite Gundam, it's hard to pick between Barbatos and Flauros, you know? But let's not forget everyone's favorite Gundam in their hearts, the Tequila Gundam. Thank you for the donation, TM. They donated $5 through a super chat. I played the little, or y'all got to hear the new little alert sound too. Thank you, TM. Appreciate it. Yep, pair of these, simple but cool, is a good way to describe it, and there's so much you can do with it. Lots of potential. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Death Scythe either. Can't forget Death Scythe is pretty cool. Death Scythe is like the cool, edgy goth one. Death Scythe's definitely cooler than Wing Gundam, and Wing Gundam's pretty cool. The mech anyways. Okay, looks like I finished a decent chunk there. Yeah, you can't. Sandrock is pretty cool either. I haven't built Sandrock yet, but I don't know if it's hard to pick between the ones I haven't built. It's like Sandrock and Shenlong. Or those are the ones we don't have. Sandrock would be pretty cool to paint. Shenlong looks, or like, its colors out of box look kind of too similar to Wing Gundam, but I still wouldn't mind customizing that either. Or you know me, sometimes, or like, you know me, I would probably kit bash it in some way. I don't actually know. Haven't thought about that. I think I need to add a bit of Arcane Blue, actually. Arcane Blue! There we go. 4 burps. I broke my record. Sandrock's pilot, well, a lot of the Sandrock's pilot sucked, but not as much as Wing Gundam's pilot. The only cool one is Duo, who pilots the Death Side, right? I think that was a consensus between me and Blue Parappa. Oh, Wing Gundam themed Tau Crisis suits, that would be pretty cool. Okay, what area next? I guess I'll just work my way down the chest. I might have to take off the head for this part, actually. Let's do that carefully. There we go. Why didn't I do that earlier? That's so much better. I don't know how appropriate it is to go way deep into the recess there to highlight that edge, but like I said earlier, we're getting edgy here. Yeah, the mech designs are arguably the best part of Wing Gundam, and what makes it so iconic. Oh, the edges are getting trickier, people. They're getting curvy and not straight and stuff. It makes it even harder to talk while painting. At least I feel fine blending these edges together where they meet in the corners and intersections and all that. Okay. I guess I could do a little line here. Why not? Alright. That part of the back's done. Are you saying Char Aznable's helmet is edgy? Oh well, welcome back into the Gundam stuff, Mexican. What'd you get back into it with? Alright, I guess we do the waist part. No, this is the hips part. Robot anatomy. I don't think we'll preserve or edge highlight the seam in this part though. I don't know how much I'll highlight of like the part like way deep in there. In here I'll probably just do one edge highlight right now and then not touch it much after that. Maybe like one tidy up, because really that part that wouldn't be getting much light. Yeah, this is the first project I'm using this brush on, and you can kind of see it has one loose hair. Not as durable as my Winsor Newton either. But that price reflects, or the price makes that not surprising. Well, I guess the teal edge highlighting on this is almost done. Whoops, I got a bit on the black there. And I think I'm gonna finish all the teal on the other pieces before I move on to the black, so I can put off the decision making on what colors to use on the black, because that'll involve repainting some stuff, which is always hard to get into. Depends on how much I want to get done tonight. Only been doing it an hour, so I gotta keep going. Oh, got a little messy on this one. Paint's getting too dry, that's the problem. Do I need to re-moisten my WAP? Probably. Let's just do one little edge here. This part will be very obscured anyways. I shouldn't fall into the trap of like putting a lot of time into the areas that are not gonna get any attention, you know? Oh, you used to have an LBX, Ethan? Was it this one, the Fenrir? Oh, looks like there's a hair or something stuck on there. This happens to me all the time. Yeah, there's definitely one on the gold I can see there. The hunter, cool. Yeah, we don't have... Maybe one day we'll collect all of them. Well, that's more likely we'll probably just get the ones that we find cool. Anyways, almost scratched the paint pretty bad there. Back to edge highlighting. Yeah, and for the round section, like at the back, I'll have to rely more on the glazes to highlight that, but that's only gonna get, that's gonna get really like quick highlight because it's such a shadowed area. Same with this tail area. It doesn't really need anything more than like a rudimentary highlighting, I'd say. I think I have just enough paint left on this section of turquoise on the palette to finish the turquoise on this, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Do I need to paint this area? I don't know, but I'm already doing it, so I'm committed. Alright, okay, I think the turquoise is done on this torso. Celebrate. I kinda wanna... Oh no, what do you want? What do you watching want? Do you want me to move on to painting the brown or the purple? I wonder which one you're gonna pick. Or if not, I'll probably pick one once I like have a stretch, I guess. Jason, I visited the one in Odaiba, the unicorn. I saw it in 2019 and it was great. Can't wait to go back. I don't know if I want to make it for the moving one in Yokohama right now, but you know, with the pandemic, that might not happen, which is fine. If that's the case, then I'll wait until the new one in Fukuoka is built and then I'll go there. Have you seen it? I'm just gonna quickly stretch. Important to remember. That's probably far away from the mic there. I don't know if you heard it. Just said it's important to remember to stretch. Let's add a bit more water to the wet palette while we're here. And to my throat. Might have been a bit too much, that's okay. So we can just pour a little bit into the paint water right now. What do you think of this green juice I've got brewing? Or it's like fairly turquoise, which makes sense. Just gonna pour a bit in here. You can see this live. Ooh. Hopefully that wasn't too much. Now, just to keep things interesting, I think we'll paint some purple highlights. What I painted the base was violet red, and now we're gonna use pink for the highlight. Pretty straightforward. I suppose like maybe for this one level up, it could, or this one first round of highlight, we could do a mix of pink and violet red, 50-50. That probably makes more sense. At least to start. Because it's also getting the glaze medium treatment. Sorry to hear that, Jason. Yeah, I've heard of a couple people's Japan trips getting canceled throughout various points in the pandemic. It's rough. If it weren't for the pandemic, I probably already would have gone to go see the life-size boy. By boy, I mean RX-78-2. Hello, Bo Smith. Welcome. Glad you could make it. I've just been doing a bunch of edge highlighting, as you can see. And taking a break from turquoise to do purple. There's only a little bit on here. We can probably stick the head back on. Looking nice and highlighted so far, I think. But still got plenty to do, so better get back to it. Yeah, I'm focusing. The purple areas are gonna be glowing, so edge highlighting is kind of gonna be less of a thing. Like, you know, we'll do this edge, but I think for the other parts, I'll just go like one big line, because we're gonna just be building up a glow effect on these parts essentially. But that won't come until like the black and turquoise are fully completed. Oh, that line is a little stressful. And I haven't quite finished it yet. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Yeah, that's better. Oh, well, thanks again for stopping by, Bo. Hope you appreciate a bunch of edge highlighting and all that, because that's probably what this entire stream's gonna be. So I hope everyone watching appreciates edge highlighting like I do. Alright, 10 viewers right now, pretty good, can't complain. Oh, even just that one line just adds so much more dramatic purple energy, you know? Just one more sip of water. Alright, now I just gotta hold my breath and do the eyes here. Just one little line. Alright, got it. And got it. And now the backpack. This is gonna be the tedious part, I think. Probably. It's lit. Yeah, it literally is. That's what I'm painting right now. The effect I'm going for is being lit, you know? Do I want to switch to an even smaller brush in this part? Probably not. I don't think I need it. It'll just slow me down. Oh, you can barely see that on camera. I should adjust my angle a bit. Getting a spillover onto the black, but that's okay. Oops, messed up a little bit on the last one of the circle there. Oh well. Fix it later. Yeah, that would make a good Zakui color bow. The base is violet red, and I'm currently highlighting it by mixing violet red and pink. And I'm gonna incorporate this fluorescent magenta at some point when I start doing the glazy glow effects, probably. And yeah, it's gonna be real vaporwave. That's what I'm going for, I guess. Or they're the real vaporwavy colors, which I'm always a fan of, you know. Oh, that's okay, Nathaniel. You don't have to be sorry. This middle section's gonna be a little... I'm gonna take a few layers compared to the others, just because it's wider. Alright, that little middle thruster, it's got its first round of edge highlights done. Are they? I don't know if I should call these edge highlights. These are just like building up the glow effect. I wouldn't say I'm using the standard OSL techniques though. I'm kind of improvising like I usually do. Improvise, use glaze medium, etc. Hashtag model mayhem style. Oh, if I'm using the hashtag, I should probably include edge highlighting somewhere in this theoretical tweet as well. This part's a little trickier to show on camera. And I probably don't need to be too worried about mistakes in this part, honestly, because it's also going to get quite a vigorous glazing. Well, thanks for staying this long, Jet Perez, and have a good sleep. Oops, made a tiny mistake. Okay, that was tedious, but kind of fun, honestly. Glad you like it, Jason. Yeah, they do kind of look like black lights. Just look at this beautiful bust so far. I think I should probably move on to a new area just to spice things up. Let's work on this arm now. And we still have purple on the palettes. That is perfectly good, so let's just keep using that. Which is gonna be for the exciting melee weapons on this. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna build up the, or how I'm gonna lay out the gradient on these glowing black light blades, I guess, yet. But we can at least start with this basic edge highlight, you know? Can always start there. That's straightforward, for the most part. Yeah, I guess that's the entire edge for that side. If I had more time, this would be a good chance to practice scribing some fancier blade designs onto this part, but I got things I gotta move on to after this, you know? We'll practice scribing another time, another project. Oh, can't forget this edge. Oh, whoops. Good thing we haven't highlighted this scaly green yet. Fixed it. Or erased it. Okay. Now the sword, the edge highlighting can get a little more involved. Middle line is gonna be a little tricky to get nice and straight, so let's try and get this done first. Straight enough. Ah, well that's a line that's good enough from a distance, you know? This sword is gonna get a lot of glazing as well, so I'm not too concerned about the crispiest of lines. I am wondering I don't know what I'm gonna do with this recessed area though. I don't know if I want it to be pure white. That's what I'm leaning towards. A little mistake of brown there that I can cover up with this purple, hopefully. Yeah, I think that worked. bit rough there. Sometimes you just gotta do an emergency finger wipe. Getting a little rough at the tip there, but that's okay. Whoops. It's the first round of edge highlights, don't freak out. There'll be plenty of time to correct mistakes and plenty more mistakes made. Ooh, almost bopped the camera with my water bottle there. Now we should have just the right amount of purple left on the palette here to highlight the sword. Perfect. Now we gotta start with that painfully straight line again. Yeah, straight enough, I think. I gotta remember to take whip pictures before I go to bed tonight, otherwise I won't remember tomorrow. And I'll probably go and like paint something before taking a important whip picture of an important stage, I mean. Ooh, 5 burps, new record, people. That was a bonus burp right there. I thought I was done. What a nice surprise. Or maybe to some of you that was not a nice surprise. Oh, and if anyone's wondering where this sword came from, it's from the Goof custom. The Gatling gun shield has a sheath in it that this sword fits into. And I don't know, it kind of goes with the wolf scout aesthetic, I think. So that's the basic purple edge highlight done. So I think we'll do the teal next. And then we have, well, there's some purple left still. Maybe I'll just quickly highlight the toes. Although, no, I highlighted the toes on the other one with pure pink because we're going with a different, we're going with a slightly different highlighting approach on that. So I can do that after. So we'll move on to the brown next. And the highlight we were using for the brown was this Baylor brown here. And yeah, I did a lot of painting already today. I don't know if I'll make it to 2.5 hours if the hand's feeling a little crampy now, but I don't want to go below 2 hours, that's for sure. Feel pretty confident in being able to make that happen. This Baylor brown is very old. You can just see it like separating in there. For those of you that weren't here earlier, I pretty much already finished the tail. It has a nice golden color to it, I think. When I originally chose these colors, I was expecting them to be pretty jank, and so far they are, but that's cool. Yeah, and I think I might have to redo the black edge highlight on the other pieces, because I don't know, the green edge highlight idea I had was, I'll show it. It's like kind of fun, but it looks pretty wacko. I think it might look better if it's more of like a blue-gray. Anyways. Yeah, that purple's almost gone. Okay, to the brown. Back to painting. Maybe I'll just have to take a bathroom break at 2 hours and see if I want to keep going after that. Or I can do the whip phone photography alive. At first I had a bit of regret in picking snakebite leather as the base, but once I started adding this Baylor brown, I was getting pretty into it, or I am getting pretty into it. Okay. Oh, I got in the zone there doing that one. Sorry, I'm less talkative. I mean, look at how satisfying that edge highlight is. You'll understand, surely. Lil Battler's brown. Is it called Baylor's brown? That does sound like Battler's brown, though, I suppose. Oops, we're going out of focus. Oops, sorry, bumped the mic there. I should be talking, not bumping the mic. Did I highlight that seam on the other one? No, I didn't. Cool. Suppose I could. Might be interesting. No, not if I won't be doing it on the black, so we'll just rely on the highlighting distracting from that seam line. This project was too experimental and practice-oriented to warrant fixing the seam lines in my head. Did I paint the seam on the other pieces? No, cool. Oh, it doesn't even look like I finished the edge highlighting on the other piece that I thought I finished. Huh. Guess I'll have to remember to go back to that later. I should probably just do that right after this piece. Yeah, with this project I wanted to experiment with more like, or at least one warmer color, because I haven't really, most of the colors I've done have been on the cooler side other than like the heavy arms green. I guess the red on Barbatos was like on the warmer side, but red is a lot easier to paint than something like a yellow or a gold like I'm kind of trying to go for with this. Oh, anyways, let me finish the highlight on this other arm. Yeah, there's only just a couple spots I missed. Not that bad. Have I convinced any of you to buy an LBX kit yet? Just don't expect any crazy poses or gimmicks from them. But the price should already kind of set that expectation, you know? Can't expect much from a kit when it's like 15 bucks. Or whatever. Okay. Now I guess we're back to turquoise. Still got ways to go before I have to make a decision on the black parts. And we've been going for over an hour and a half, not bad. Okay, we need these ones. Actually, before I paint this, I'm just gonna take a quick washroom break, so I'll be back in like a minute, everybody. Okay, I'm back. Don't worry, everybody. I'm back. Back to painting turquoise, that is. So far I've managed to keep the wet palette to a solid 4-quadrant system, you know? I should be using the mixing brush for this. Whoops. And this is a pretty old pot of Citadel paint, so I kind of just like add water to it each time I grab paint from it, because it's pretty, like, it needed some rescuing. I had to add water and stir it up a bunch to get it usable in the first place, which is common with old paints in pots like this, for me at least. But it's pretty old and I'm still able to use it, so that says something. Just a little bit more arcane blue, I think. Do it for now. We'll add more arcane blue. We run out of that patch. Well, let's start at the hand. Yeah, we'll just highlight these seams as edges in this situation, I think. We'll use that detail to our advantage. By advantage, I mean more complicated, making the areas more complicated to paint. But it makes them look better. You know, it's kind of like scribing the pre-existing details on your kit. You're just like improving the stuff that's already there. Of course, this act of painting is a lot different than the act of scribing, but similar approaches maybe. I don't know, I'm still such a scribing noob, can't really say for sure. But I gotta practice model Mayhem style right now, not scribing. Alright, onto the forearm now. Have I ever heard of Seo Gyeong Deok? I don't know if I said that right. I don't know if I've seen him or them. The description reminds me a bit of normal Gunpla. But I like that style, I should probably check them out. Well, thanks, Jason. My style gets a little out there sometimes, so glad you like it anyways. I mean, the edge highlighting itself isn't that out there. It's a pretty common technique. But When do you see a guy painting an LBX with edge highlights, huh? Okay, that tricky wraparound is done, kinda. Oh, I haven't done the the other side of that yet. I suppose my lack of talking might also mean I get more edges painted, which is also part of the content, gotta remember. Focus camera. I understand this is a tricky piece to use autofocus on, but you can do it. I think I'll edge highlight the black on this with a different color, and then I can decide that'll make it, that's less risk involved in picking a new color. Or I can like compare the two side by side. I should probably clean up that tiny mistake there. Oh, easy. Alright, I could probably move on to the tiny bicep now. Oh dear, got a bit of a hangnail. Don't want to show that on camera. I'll have to take care of that after. Alright, bicep. That one was pretty straightforward. Gotta be careful around the metal detail. For the silver detail, I guess it's all metal, kind of, if it's a robot. I like to think it's a robot. I think that's what the LBX are in the show, or they're little battlers, not robots. How did I do that on the other piece? Okay. And I'll last a little patch of turquoise on here. Right, and I think we're kind of pretending that we're just painting around as if the seam isn't there. Definitely did that on the other shoulder on this part. This is one of those situations where I kind of have to create my own edges to highlight. On these like large curved sections, they don't have like a super defined edge, but sometimes I kind of want to add the detail anyways. Maybe that's kind of similar to scribing. Okay, that's probably good for now. Still Still got plenty of turquoise on the palette, so I suppose I'll move on to the leg now. Because that's got a lot of turquoise to cover. And by the time I finish that turquoise and the purple on here, I'll probably be very tired. We'll see if I make it that far. Maybe with your encouragement, the current 9 viewers, I'll be able to pull it off. It looks like the WAP could use another refill, probably. Just a little bit this time. I don't have to pour it back into the paint water. And the paint water right now is kind of like a minty green, perhaps? A peppermint green? I don't know. I ain't gonna drink the forbidden juice. I might, No, this is still edge highlighting. I'll stick at this size of brush. The brushes I opened up for this very project are getting quite the first workout. So far, it's a good test. How do the brushes hold up with one LBX? And model Mayhem style. And I already painted the other leg pre-stream, so I kind of know what I'm doing on this one. Oh, hello, Studson Studio. A creamy Baja Blast. Oh, you should have been in here earlier for my, for me blasting the mic with some burps. I broke my record of 3 burps in this stream, and I made it to 5 burps. Oh, the paint water. Yeah, the paint water. Yeah, I could say Baja Blast. Could work. The best paint water I ever had was painting my red master grade Barbatos. I just had this really delicious looking tomato soup going of forbidden juice. Cursed tomato soup, perhaps. How you doing, Studson? Oh, what an expert level lurk. I'm glad you were here for that 5th burp then. It's a momentous, well, I wouldn't say a momentous occasion. That'll be like when I make it to, you know, between 6 and 8 burps in one stream. That'll probably be for some special occasion stream, maybe. I'm okay with my record being 5 for a while. I'll probably need to drink 2 cans of something to go higher. A true blessing. Oh, nice. Organizing beads. That sounds like a nice relaxing activity to do while watching a stream. Thank you for choosing my stream. Hopefully the edge highlighting content is satisfying to watch as it is for me to do. I'm having a great time. I gotta be careful with these edge highlights on the heels, because they're... You know how much I love the high heels on my robots and mechs. This part's gotta look extra crispy. Beads of sweat. Is that because my edge highlighting is that intense to watch? Oh, that's an uneven one right there. Yeah, and Studson, my equivalent of bead sorting that I'll have to do soon is I gotta sort my Gundam bits box, and I've got like a lot of poly caps to sort out or just separate out, and that feels very similar to bead sorting. And I've used poly caps in kit bashes more than I ever thought I would. Oh no, I'm getting too in the zone again and forgetting to talk. Oh boy, I'm almost at the 2-hour mark. I'm definitely gonna go past 2 hours though, don't worry. I won't commit to anything more than that vague statement. Or that I'm definitely gonna go past 2 hours. Paint's getting too dry. Gonna have to add some more arcane blue soon. Right. Almost done that fabulous heel. It looks fabulous, but this heel piece is probably the worst engineered piece of the kit. Just the way, like, these are glued on right now just because they kept falling off just to get it to the model to stand in like a basic like standing pose. So that was another reason why I chose this one to paint model Mayhem style. I'm like, well, those legs need to be glued in certain places because they just fall apart as soon as you touch it. And I like to do model Mayhem style painting when and glue things in place sometimes, because the more moving parts, the more chance for paint chipping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, tough on your opponents because you dazzle them with your high heels. Oh dear, looks like I painted a fiber into the leg there. We gotta get rid of that. Come on. It's being stubborn. I think I got it. The camera doesn't got it with its focus though. I think it's time to add more arcane blue. Just a bit. Hopefully it'll get us through to the end of highlighting these sections, or this teal section. Let's just get a bit of water in there right now. It's a tad bright. Let's just add a dot of, what's it called? Scaly green. Yeah, Studson. I don't know if I can give tips because mine is also just a hideous single box with everything. But no, when I organize mine soon, I'll be sure to let you know then, because I'm thinking I'm gonna organize, like, because when I have enough bits where it's like close to making a complete kit that maybe is just missing a couple things from when I cannibalized it for something else, I might like give that kit its own section and be like, oh, here are all the bits from this kit that I salvaged from something else. But then, I don't know, other than that, it might be like, okay, I'll put all the beam swords, or all the swords here, all the guns here. And then, I don't know, it's hard to say. All the things that look like thrusters here, all the polycaps here, that's the easy one. I'll probably start with the polycaps and work from there. Right now there's like I have a couple piles of bits that are like, just in baggies, be like, oh, here are all the unused bits from the Master Grade Barbatos expansion. Those are all pretty distinct and of a specific scale. I'll keep them in their own bag. My bits box organizing style, both my like miniatures stuff and my Gunpla stuff, is like a mixture of, or it's like, I'd call it organized chaos, you know? It's that style. Oh, I skipped all the way up to the waist armor. I gotta keep working my way up properly. Hopefully it hasn't been going out of focus too often. I think the focus hasn't been too bad tonight. Part of me is wondering that if I organize my Gunpla bits in a fancy organizing tub, I'll lose the mojo from when I'm kit bashing and I just like rummage around in the box like you would with your big bin of Lego as a kid. Everything's just there and you just swish your hand through it and make a lot of loud noise. And you're just like, oh, where are the bits I need? I must find them by feeling alone. That's a nice thick wobbly highlight. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of chaotic mayhem. And I just realized now adding the capitals to the word like that almost makes good burp notes. Or like, maybe I'll use that in my next script. When I want to script a burp, I'll just add the capitals like that. Because sometimes it's just in the script, and yes, some of the burps are scripted. I just like put in brackets next to the phrase I'm gonna say, burp. When really, I mean, really there doesn't need to be anything, because I'm the only one that reads the script most of the time. It's like, I know where the burps are. I don't know, sometimes I'll change the script as I'm recording it too, you know? Okay, almost done. Just got this piece of waist armor. Almost done with the teal, I mean. Hand's getting a little crampy, but it's done a lot of good work today. Or the muscles have been doing lots of good work today, getting these edge highlights done. I want to try and finish this painting by this week at the latest. And it's only Tuesday now, so I'm still feeling confident with that. We'll see how much painting I can get done tomorrow. And I think I'll probably edge highlight the toes on this doggo and probably end the stream there, judging by how my energy levels are feeling now. And that'll also be a good stopping point in general, because the next thing to edge highlight after that is the black sections, and I know I need to find some different colors to try out and potentially repaint the sections I already did, so that's a good thing to start off with tomorrow. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna stream tomorrow or not. I haven't decided yet. You know me, I don't like scheduling my streams. I just like to announce a stream and hope you show up. It's hard to plan anything more than a week in advance. In 2021, that is. And yeah, if any of you have been watching the entire time, this is what 2+ hours of edge highlighting looks like. It's pretty relaxing. Well, it's like relaxing for the mind, maybe not relaxing for the wrists. They're putting in a lot of work. But I'm just having a good chill time, you know? Alright, good night, Jason. Thanks for coming by. I'll see you next time. Hopefully. Alright, that's a nice, good rough edge highlight. I suppose I could probably do my work in progress photos at the end part of the stream. That's free content real estate. Right, let's just do the toes first, though. I think I'll just use straight up pink for that. Just raw pink. Proper grip here. And go. Oh, now I now see this. I missed edge highlighting this area of turquoise. I gotta make sure I grab that. Classic Liam move. This wolf's gonna have like lightsaber attack toes. This is gonna be great. Using some very spicy nail polish. Oh boy, I can see the finish line. For my wrist getting a break, that is. Oh, I almost forgot that I have to go back and touch up that one teal area. Just kidding. Just a few more. Back to the teal momentarily. It's almost gone. Should be just enough to do this part. Okay. Now, I think that's all the painting energy I have today, but I do want to see what this thing looks like when it's all put together. It'll look nice and jank because some sections are further along than others. But that should be a good way to end the stream. Just gotta put it together carefully so I don't chip any of my work so far. Oh, just look at how purple that is now and how much more glowy it's gonna get. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, one leg is highlighted, one isn't. Yeah, I gotta try and take more whip photos than I usually do. It's something I've learned recently. Or something I've known for a while, to be honest, but you know, painting them takes a lot of energy itself. Don't always have the energy to take a lot of photos after. I like to spend a lot of my photo energy at the very end, but you know, I got a good camera on my phone, so I don't really have an excuse. It's free real estate, honestly. Oh yeah, look at that. That's one pretty highlighted boy so far. The gold is looking, or like the gold color I'm painting is looking kind of... Oh, I guess I haven't added the sand yellow to the bits on the wolf itself yet, so I think that's a good balance of colors. For the 6 of you still watching, let me know your thoughts, or just continue lurking, that's fine too. Just make sure you can still stand. Alright. Well, I'm at... Beautiful, thank you, thank you. I'm at like 2 hours 50 minutes, that's not too bad. I think I'll end the stream here. I'm not sure when the next stream will be. It might be tomorrow, it might be some other time. As always, I'll keep it vague, and if you follow me on the social medias and all that, I try to post in advance when I'm gonna stream on there to the best of my ability. Alright, well, have a good rest of your Tuesday, everybody, if it's Tuesday where you are, and I'll see you next time in the content zone, or the stream content zone. I haven't decided what it's called yet. It looks like Barbatos. Interesting. Its face does look a little bit like Barbatos, I'll give you that. Alright, on that note, the stream is ending.